Welcome to the house that Rockney built. Leahy turned into legacy. Parsegian renovated and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Crosses the 40. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback keeps it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
The Ducks have this offense rolling. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Now the play fake. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in the last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Coming after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Unleashes one deep. In the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here for the offense. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon 7, Notre Dame 0.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll race it to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Memphis was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Bluff City. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as him in there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progression.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking for room, it's Norris. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Notre Dame right back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He'll pull it down. Oh, it's loose. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive, but the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. No huddle offense to the line. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. With jet sweep pass. Plows through the defense. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. Running, headed to the end zone. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
21, Notre Dame, 0.
Fair catch, called for and made. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He lets one fly deep. And he hauls it in inside the 30. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. To the air on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And those are tough passes when you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines. It's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows, and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
After the incompletion, they're facing a 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, it's a reverse. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And RB, I love creative offensive coordinators. They don't just split a guy out wide that has game-breaking speed nowadays. Now they shift him, they motion, they put him all over the place.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It's still 3rd and goal. And they get him down.
4th down here. It's still early in the game. I'm not chasing points. Take the field goal, pay this drive off.
And they have analytical parts nowadays that says the exact situation, what the score is, do you go for it or not? Look at the card, make the decision.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
Set to kick this one away.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here come the Irish back on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse.
Locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get a scoop.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. On the move at the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. He wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Grab near the marker. It's Norris. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's going for it all. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And there's not very many offensive plays that are going to be successful. If you can rush 3 guys and still get to the quarterback, that's not a good sign for this offensive line.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw on second down. He'll take another shot here. And it's caught inside the 15. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback sneak looking for just a sliver of daylight. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half is the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
And wings it incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. He finds his man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Notre Dame right back to the line. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And stampeding through the defense. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score, second and goal. They're going to run it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And on offense, you know this is four-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself behind the 8 ball. I think this offense is going to have to be aggressive the rest of the game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, the defense just too good there. They're trying to run it in on third down and be physical up front. The defense, though, having none of it, creating a negative play and now setting up fourth down.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on fourth and goal from the 1. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Miami has the lead right now, but even here in the cradle of coaches, you just never know. This has been a tight one inside Yager Stadium. They're up by 7 over North Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On second down, just keeps firing. Looking deep. And the pass hits, picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Gets it out quickly.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. He wants to throw it again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oregon, 38. Notre Dame, 0.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here come the Irish, back on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And back to the air on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4. The offense in hurry-up mode. Looking to throw on 3rd. Unloads to the wideout. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
I understand the desire to keep the ball, but going for it inside your own 40? On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Clements.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the 1st.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 38, Notre Dame 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a double? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest.
He'll take a deep shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their...
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Oh, it's out. He picks it up, still on his feet. Takes it the other way.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Makes the catch past the sticks. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation.
Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He gets it in there for the 2, and they'll chop a couple off that lead. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
That is a perfectly executed onside kick. Great job by the kicker, making sure the ball goes 10 yards, and then how about the kicking team diving on top of that ball?
Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
The Ducks in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. The quick out. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the...
And he fakes it. He's going to throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He dropped it. They had everything dialed up, and he didn't make the catch. Have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Snags it! And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Got his man downfield. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Trying to find his man on first down. He's taking the shot. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job under...
Brings it down on the right side. And he's running in the open. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Unloads to the right. Got it past the marker. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Looking to move it through the air. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. And now to try to put things in motion on second and long from the 15. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's going up top here late in the game. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance to just take that beautiful victory formation, run the...
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on second down. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started.
Touchdown, Oregon. Number 9 with the catch in the end zone.
Real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.